After years of preparing, we are finally launching the Influencer Army. The Influencer Army is going to be made up of, first of all, everybody that wants to create any outcome in the world. And the people that are the biggest influencers in our society, the people that have the tens of millions, the hundreds of millions of followers, have the ability to direct the action of our society in a way that most of us don't. And when those influencers come together around issues that they share in common and are organized with a campaign and coordination and all sorts of strategy that's being executed from you could call it like a joint chiefs of staff, like we have in our government, with the whole army on down, generals, lieutenants, sergeants, everyone. This army will be made up of everybody choosing their level that they want to commit to. If you want to be a lieutenant, then these are all the responsibilities of a lieutenant. If you want to be a general, here's all the responsibilities of being a general. And it will be a meritocracy. So we will be able to maintain whatever position we're able to perform at. If you say, I want to be a general, and you're able to keep doing general jobs without failing, then you get to be a general. If you are failing at being a general, then you will get to be in whatever position you're best suited for, creating results within. And as we are doing this and forming this army, and my intention is, and I hope we can accomplish this very soon, is to have at least one or more of the generals that you see on the national news programs and you've seen in our government, high-level generals at high-level experience, to be able to help to organize this build-out of this army, because this army of us, of all of us, will be mobilizing, first of all, and again, imagine essentially a virtual army, a different virtual army for every different issue. Okay, so let's just say, for example, that your issues that you really care about are domestic abuse and water quality and rainforest protection. Okay, you will be a part of 3 different armies for those 3 different issues, because different people will be associated with each army. So in the Rainforest Army, it'll be just Rainforest Army people, okay? So that you're all working together around that one issue. And then some of those same people may be in your domestic abuse army, and maybe not. So you will, again, work with the people directly around the issues that you are mobilizing around. And as we're doing this, as we're all doing this, and as the influencers, I'm like literally moving to Los Angeles very soon to be able to start to create content with the top level influencers exactly about this, for them to be declaring what they want to create in the world and working with all the people that they influence and doing it in real time. And again, we're about to all have the tools to do all of this in real time, because Uniting for Action is helping to create this, and this is what we're all building together. And these tools will be like having an interaction. So similarly to how, someone now, you or others, would do like a Instagram live or a YouTube live, where you're seeing the comments and taking the questions and responding in real time over, the social media channel that you're using to host this, or you're viewing one. The influencers and everyone that's using the Uniting for Action system will be able to use the mission control interface to be able to not only comment, but have all of the comments processed by our artificial intelligence assistants, to be able to have the influencer see what are the top questions that are coming up, what are the top concerns that they want them to express. So let's, say for example that the influencer is going to some conference to draw attention to that conference and what's happening at that conference. And as they're at the conference, maybe even as they're on a panel at the conference, in real time, their 2 million followers will be watching live streamed and responding, providing like data, support, information. Hey, say this, hey, ask about this. And the influencer will get to, in real time, essentially be like a representative of the followers that are tuned in that moment, or that have left comments in the past or added to a poll or whatever it is. So it's very, very interesting that it starts to get into, in a way, like a representative, like government type of situation, where we're being represented. Each one of us, all of us, are being represented by influencers that are out in the world, that are using their influence to represent us, literally, and to represent the common interests that we share with them. And there's a lot more ways that this goes into a lot of depth and expanse. And this, as you can see, is going to be a whole new way of us being able to organize on a mass level, mass level, all of the time. Because having this army in place allows us to have sustained campaigns over time, to have strategic plans over years of how things will build and how things are going to progress. And we'll also have the ability, because the army will be in place, to take rapid action. So if some crisis happens, if something happens in the world that requires like a lot of response, like we'll be able to respond like right away. Like millions of people will be able to take coordinated collective actions, because from the generals on down, we'll get, hey, we're all going to do this. This is how we do it. Those of you that want to do this will do this. All those of you that want to, and we'll have all of this infrastructure to support us taking coordinated collective actions around whatever interests we have anytime we want. We're going to be able to do this every single day. Every single day we can log in to our influencer army and see like what are the background tasks that can be accomplished now. What are we working towards? What are we going to create together? What roles can I take on? What can I do? What can I do to elevate my rank in the army if I want to take on a bigger role? What can I do to be able to create more of an impact? And then just like with everything with Uniting for Action, everything we're doing in the influencer army allows those that we're connecting with to see all that we are. It's a super networking way for us to be able to show up and say, oh, by the way, here's all the products that I offer, here's all the services that I offer, here's all the content that I have available for subscription, for on-demand. These are the layers that we get to add: the influencer army, the race to the future, the game of business, all these different ways, the realm of empowerment. There's all these different ways that we get to add layers to the ways that we're supporting ourselves, the ways that we're supporting the world, and the ways that we're creating a positive feedback loop, so that the more that we are out there creating results in the world, the more it's feeding us and providing us with the support that we need to be able to keep doing this. So this is the beauty of the influencer army and all of these different initiatives that we're bringing into the world, to be able to create positive feedback loops that allow us to do all the good that we want to do in the world, and be able to be taken care of as we're doing it, and do more and do more and do more, and just keep expanding what we're capable of bringing into this world.